So take a look at Abubakar. We entered 400 for Abubakar. Now the graphical bar shows that Abubakar is nearer to completion. So if you don't see a bar beside the learner's name, it means he has not done any payment with the respective model. So down here we have the various indicators that you need to collect fees. That is tuition fee, feeding fee, uniform, school books, transportation. Then it shows the graphical over here. What does it entail? It shows the various indicators one more time and the cash flow, right? Per each month. Maybe the term did not start from September. You have the option to validate it, right? To the particular month. To the second month also you have the option to validate it. Okay, in that respect. And for this place, it will do it for you automatically. But what is essential is within every month, the expenditure you have to enter it in, and it will tell you whether you are making profit or loss. And in totality, you get to know how a particular class is faring. And this is the same for the rest of the other models. Alright, so we are good to go. Let's save this. We are good to go. Let's go and look at, so it's the same for all the respective basic. Now let's go over and look at the overall sheet. So go to updates and look at the updates. What do we have? We have a sheet showing monthly expenditure. This one you don't enter it, but you go there to check how you are faring per each month, right? Then per each indicator, school fees or admission and tuition fee, feeding fee, uniform, and what have you. So you'll be checking how are you faring, which place are you incurring more loss. So from the look of things, there are unique color code. The light green is a bit too much. The picture there is too much, which represents tuition and admission fees. Feeding is light red, so that is this and this indicator. So you are actually able to determine which thing this expenditure is standing for with the color code. Good. Then apart from that, we also have cash inflow bar, where you are able to determine which one is giving us so much money. So from here you realize that light green again is giving us a lot of cash inflow. And where is it coming from? Crutch, right? Good. So it also shows which area is doing well in terms of bringing you more money. And we also have the monthly salary of staff. Oh, here I would like to throw more light. It's many institutions. It's not very fair as to how remuneration is done, because they mostly use just your qualification, and it doesn't matter the number of years you spend with them, you will still be on the same salary till you leave. But obviously, the standard of living keeps rising, it never go down, but it keep going up, and therefore it needs to upgrade. So then, if you are patient and you stay with them for a long time, so you see we have certain indicators over here. Your qualification matters. That means when you're in an institution, you don't just stay there without upgrading yourself. Then the level of use of experience that makes you wish to stay there for a longer time, because the longer you stay there, better your pay will become. Then the number of periods you occupy. How many periods are you doing? There are times people don't want to take extra period because it does not bring in any extra remuneration. That will be the motivation factor there. So then the rate has to do with, apart from the normal duty you are in to perform, maybe you are just to teach. Are you ready to take up other responsibilities, like be the chaplain, see master, be the school secretary, be the staff secretary, be the welfare, whatever. So that also, each is one rate. So if you're a teacher and you have an additional tax, it become 2. So your rate become 2. and it helps to increase your gross salary. So look at this person. The qualification is graded GHS2 and SHS3 certificates 4 and respectively down to degree 8. So from the look of things, the first person here is 3, which is SHS labor. So imagine this, currently he's receiving, his gross salary is 311. Imagine he goes up to upgrade and gets a degree. Watch carefully. Does it still remain 311? No, it's obviously times 2. His level of experience also, maybe he decided to stay for a long time, so it increased from 1 to 6. Let's see what happened to his salary. It increased. Then the number of periods, also he takes up 10 periods. Let's see what happened. The salary keep. Then he decided not to only teach, but be involved in co-curriculum activity. Then take up administrative responsibility. So 2 addition, so come 3. Let's watch. His pay goes up to 2,000, and the SNET is calculated automatically. You don't calculate the SNET. What it does is the current SNET is paid by workers are 5.5, so it will do the deduction from your gross salary. What is left, the income tax, which is 0.25, is also deducted from 8. Then there's other welfare deduction. So you see, school welfare. Then if we change it here, it will be changed over here. Then if you have other deduction, you make it as well. Then the net is what the person actually takes home. Okay, good. So we have that for a term. This salary structure is for a term, so you can have the option. Maybe the term did not begin for September, it beginning for a particular. You have the option to select maybe May, June, July, August. You started from maybe January. You have that option to go there also and select. Good. Right. Apart from the monthly salary structure, now let's go to the termly overview. You are able to see the expenditure made from crèche all the way to basic 9, right? How are you able to do that? By looking at this indicator over here. Preschool, lower primary, JHS, upper primary and stuff. So looking at this, you realize that the expenditure on school fees is higher at preschool. But let's look at your feeding. It's also higher at preschool because there's unique color code for each department. But look over here, uniform, none is done because there's no expenditure per each class and you extract it to display. Then let's look at the cash inflow. You realize that the cash inflow is high at preschool. So therefore, look at the bar. Very, very big. So preschool is high. Then you are able to straight away know that preschool is really productive and supporting you. Then now, your total expenditure is added to your total salary paid within the term. Then employer's net contribution. Then also loan from the bank, maybe you borrow some money, becomes your total production cost. Then previous bank balance. If it is positive, write it. If it's negative, write it. Then what it does is total cash flow to find the difference. And per how it stands now, our difference is a loss made, right? This is automatic. It will tell whether you make a profit or make a loss. Okay, so quickly, let's go back to, now it is loss. Let's go back to basic 5. Let's see, that is the healthiest class, and make some few changes and see whether it will affect the loss to become something else, so that it will change from, let's go there and do some features and see whether it will change from loss made to maybe profit made. So that's what we do. And look at the loss. It's